Is my new Jeep Gladiator as problematic as my last Jeep Gladiator was? How's it doing? Well, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here. Out doing a little errand in the Jeep Gladiator. Actually going to the post office to mail out the sunshade for the winner of my most recent giveaway on the channel. So congratulations to them. And if you didn't win, well, stay tuned. There'll be more giveaways on the channel. So anyway, it's a cloudy day outside. Temperature's about 82 degrees. And it's right about prime for the Jeep Gladiator. You know, vehicles have their temperature ranges and humidity ranges, I guess, where they operate the best. And I gotta say, right in this range is pretty good for the Jeep Gladiator. Feels good, feels very responsive, of course, it always is. But how is this Jeep Gladiator compared to my other? Is it as problematic as my previous Jeep Gladiator was? Now, if you're not familiar with that one, I had a 2020, as is this one, Jeep Gladiator in Gobi. Identical to this one, except for the tow package, right? There is no tow package on this one. There was a tow package on that one. That's it. So, the problems I had in my last Jeep Gladiator, of course, was the check engine light. It came on a few times, and I took it in and had the software update done, and that seemed to take care of that problem because I never had it again. And then there's the auto stop, or auto start, I guess, or the stop start, whatever you want to call it, issue. You know, it's that stupid feature where when you pull up to a sign, unless you push the button to deactivate it, the truck stops, and then you take your foot off the brake, and it restarts. Just a drag. I hate the system. I had numerous problems with that. The software update was supposed to take care of it, lasted for about a month and a half, and then it started again. So, I also had a black screen on the radio one time. That happened once, and that seems to be pretty common, I think, across all of the Mopar products, right? I had it on my Ram, my wife had it on her Jeep, I had it on this one, but that only happened one time early on, and then it went away. Maybe it was some kind of a software update that when you get them brand new, they gotta go through their procedures, their paces, and that's what happens. I don't know, but that never happened again. So fast forward to today. We have a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Sport S. It is in brilliant white. The color is really the only difference. And how is it doing? Check engine light. No check engine light since I've had this. That is refreshing. I had to check the dash just to make sure I didn't jinx myself. But that's very refreshing. No issue like that. There's nothing worse than getting a check engine light in a vehicle, right? Because you never know what the problem could be. Anything from the gas cap being open to some major engine problem. No problems like that. Next up, the black screen. I actually changed the radio out in this truck. I had bought a bigger version, I think it's the 8.4 inch, for my other truck. So when I swapped them, I swapped the radios as well. And I've had no problems with that radio, either when I had it in the other truck or since putting it in this truck. So no black screens on the radio. That's refreshing, especially on a radio that I had replaced with my own dime, right? In addition to the cost, of course, of the radio in the original truck. Now, the auto stop, the dreaded auto stop. Of course, this truck has it in it as well, and I am very happy to report I have had no issues. Now, I was told that there were a couple of occasions when this truck was first started up that there was a message on the screen that said auxiliary battery charging or battery system charging or something like that, dealing with the auto stop. And if you're not familiar, the auto stop system has its own little separate auxiliary battery, right? And they conveniently mounted it right underneath the fuse panel. So it's very difficult to get to. let's say you wanted to change it yourself. But it does have an auxiliary battery, and that battery apparently can be temperamental, can need some extra charging once in a while, it seems. So there has been that message on this truck, although not while I've owned it. I have not had that message, and I'm pretty happy about that. Now, is that a problem? No, I wouldn't say it's a problem. It's a normal function of the system. If the battery is low and the system can't function because of that, it tells you, and then once the battery's charged up, everything is good. So, no issues like that. This truck has been spot on perfect since I got it. There was one little thing I will mention, but this is my doing, not the truck's doing, and that is the cold air intake. I have an S&B cold air intake on this truck. Again, I moved it over from the other truck, and I noticed early on that when I would start the truck first thing in the morning rather, and then take it out of the driveway and then hit the gas, to go, it's already running a little higher anyway because it's cold. I would get a vibration sound out of the front, and it was coming directly from that area. So I was pretty sure I could pinpoint it right there to that cold air intake, right? So I decided, I must have something loose, something's not tight. So I took it apart, and by taking it apart, I mean I took the lid off. That's what you would do to change the filter anyway. So I took the lid off, I tightened the clamp that holds the filter onto the little nozzle in there, whatever you want to call it, over the flange that it's held on by. I tightened that up, and then I put the lid back on. Of course, I made sure all the other connections were tight. They were. There was no issue. You can always go tighter on that filter thing. It seems you never get them tight. So there was some give there. And then I put the lid back on, and I tightened that down. Not too much. You don't want to go crazy, because if you tighten it too much, you can actually crack that plexiglass lid that's across the top, right? It has that big plexiglass lid so that you can see the filter, which is one of the reasons I wanted it. So I tightened that down pretty well, and since then I haven't had any issue. Again, that's not a problem of the truck, that's my doing, because I put that cold air intake on, and my mother had never had any kind of vibration sounds from the front of the truck before, so I credit myself for that one. Perhaps I just didn't have the clamp on tight enough, or the lid. Other than that, everything has been spot on perfect. This is the way the truck should have been from the get-go. And I gotta say, had my Gobi been this way when I got it, I would have been 100% satisfied. As it is, I was a little concerned. I was gonna say a little concerned, more than a little concerned, because I kept getting that auto stop failure thing, and that's a drag. I still wish the truck didn't have it, but hey, it does. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know if you've recently, or when you got your new Jeep Gladiator, did you have any troubles with it? And what was the resolution? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have another channel. It is Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma. Check it out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.